This is the jingle. We should sing it.
It looks like an American family portrait.
Yeah.
Three Planks Podcast.
I'm Alex.
I'm Kieran.
I'm Saf. I wasn't expecting that. I'm Alex.
I'm Kieran.
I'm Saf. And you can join us on the Three Planks Podcast.
Three Planks Podcast.
Where's your barbecue tonight?
Oh, well, we had pasta last night, and I was like, oh, this is really good. I'm going to have this for tomorrow night. And the missus goes, no, you're going to be doing a barbecue for us tomorrow night.
Happy days.
Okay, yeah.
We got Ali and Marcus doing a barbecue for us, friends of ours. And
Ali Marks.
Ali and Marcus.
Oh, okay.
And she always marinates it like a day or two before.
Are we supposed to know who Ali and Marcus are?
Yeah,
Ali I've got the antique shop with. So then,
Cool.
yeah. But
all the family?
yeah, all the kids.
Okay. Will it be beery, boozy?
Yeah, very. I've not had a drink all week because I wanted to have a clear head when I'm doing this and chatting to you, Per. Wanted to look my best, wanted to look my best on camera.
I feel like I needed a drink all week just to put up with you two.
He's only replied last night.
Yeah. I've been busy, lads.
The amount of phone calls we've had, giving it with, do you think he's coming? He can't be coming. I just thought, I bet he's got to have these Dubai boxes done by the end of the week.
Yeah, we'll see.
Flat out.
Flat out. It is busy. It's a good complaint, though.
BG.
It's a good complaint.
So I want to know a bit more about your hospitality boxes.
Okay. What?
Like, is it weeks of work into each one?
Yes. Yeah,
All
there is.
hand-cut dovetails.
Hand-cut dovetails, yeah. There's quite a lot involved. It's not just a case of knocking it together. My American black walnut.
Yeah.
I have to go and choose. I always go and choose my wood, which is always.
It's always nice.
It is literally my favourite part of a project.
Yeah.
Going out and so where I'll go is PB Hardwoods, giving them a bit of a shout out. They're based over in Connor. PB Hardwoods. They're based over in Kirby. Absolutely brilliant lads. Family run business. So many different varieties of wood: American black walnut, oak, ash, beech, sapele, Iroko. They do all planing and mouldings and everything if you needed it doing. So yeah, it's kind of it's got to the point now where I have to phone the lads up and I'll tell them I'm coming out tomorrow, and they'll be
so
like,
they can all go out.
well, this is it. That's exactly it. I'll be like, I'm coming over on Tuesday or something, like, oh no, we're going to be really busy on Tuesday. We're going to, because they know when I come out, it's like, oh Jesus, here's Kieran. He's going to be here for hours. But I do now. I go off and Chris, one of the yard hands, he helps me out. So yeah, I just love it. It's just an escape from the workshop. You choose your wood, get it back into the workshop, and then you start machining. And the thing about, you know yourselves, when you're machining up wood, it looks good. And then you start machining it up, and then it looks just amazing, doesn't it? The grain just pops. It just comes out. You get all the rough sawn cut away, and then you just start seeing whether it's like purple or whether if it's American black walnut. You see that purple hue coming through sometimes.
See, that's where your 500mm sander comes in.
The 500 wide planer thicknesser, yeah.
Whereas that's a 3-hour hand job for me.
Okay.
Anyway,
that sounds painful. Planing by hand.
Do you use wood slide when you're doing the hand job?
What's wood slide?
Wood slide.
machine slide, no?
Yeah, wood slide.
You put it on your machines to slide the wood across.
Yeah.
Max.
It would make and you can put it on a hand plane as well,
yeah.
and it makes a hand job really easy, really
easy hand
Goes
jobs,
from 3 hours to 2 hours.
Yeah, absolutely.
You'll be done in no time.
Yeah, no, there's processes, obviously machining up the wood, and then everything it's either tongue and grooved. The side panels are all tongue and grooved. Make it up as a.
One thing. Do you buy it in bulk because you're going to expect more boxes, or would you just buy enough to do that project?
I always buy more than I need. I always buy.
Is it because you're not sure if it's going to match?
Yeah.
Because I tend to buy more.
Yeah.
Just so I know that if there's two boards that don't match,
absolutely,
I can kind of mix in just to make sure that I get a nice mix.
Well, I'll always buy 10% more on every job anyway, and then that's simply because if I come to a defect in the wood,
exactly.
Some people would claim a defect is a knot. Me personally, I think it's a part of the wood. It's beautiful.
Yeah, but you
But-
get shakes and
Yeah,
splits and
exactly.
stuff,
So you'd cut those out, and that's your 10%. But my problem is every time I go there, I'll go, I am only here for American Black Walnut, and then I'll come back with like maple and like ash, and I'll come back
Oh,
with
if you
loads of
see
other
something
wood.
with gorgeous grain,
Oh yeah,
you gotta
totally.
have it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Or I'm thinking, oh, actually, I'll need that for the next job or the other job, and you just get it. And then when the other job comes, you go back out and get more wood, even though you have
but
that
then you see
wood
something
there.
else.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got blocks of timber here I've had for 5 or 6, 10 years. I'm thinking there'll be a job for that one day. That's
Yeah.
gorgeous, but just never.
Never get around to
That's
using
that's
it.
Hasn't
the
happened.
that's the thing in it. There's a sign out there that's like, there's no such thing as an offcut, just wood you haven't used yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the problem, though, isn't it? Like, even though I do a lot of turning as well. So, and for gifts and friends, I'll do a pen, and all you need for a pen is just like a tiny little lump of
Yeah.
wood. So when you go to chuck something in the bin, you're thinking, actually, I could
That could
turn a
do
pen
it,
out of that. So you've like they go from massive planks of wood to small offcuts to like pen blanks.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't get rid of anything. Can't get rid of anything.
I had a guy. There was a furniture shop in Ross-on-Sea called Seren, probably 15 years ago or something, long time ago. But he was retiring. He said, "Do you want to come and buy all my timber?" I think it was 400 quid,
Yeah.
and I got slabs of
Is that the-
Burr elm and all sorts.
Didn't I get some rosewood off you? Was it rosewood?
What did you use it for?
It was a tabletop for a customer.
I don't remember having a slab of rosewood.
No, he just came and robbed it one
Mahogany.
night. You know when you came in one morning and the place was broken into. That was Mr. Safakir.
Oh no! What was all that mahogany?
It was mahogany, sorry, not rosewood.
Yeah, because it was a guy who had. What did he used
Would
to do?
church organs or something?
Yeah, he used to make church organs and
Yeah, that
slabs
was a nice
and
little
slabs.
slab.
Yeah,
Okay.
We had it all delivered at my place.
I
didn't
think I
we?
bought about a dozen of them.
Yeah, and I kept one, didn't I?
Some of them were like 15 foot long and 3 foot wide.
Yeah, you
weren't they?
kept all the good ones.
15 foot long, 3 foot wide.
Yeah, and 2
Yeah.
inches thick.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what I used them all. I used them all on Oh, I built a library.
Oh, just a library.
Yeah.
Just a library. Oh, I just built a
Yeah.
library.
I'll tell you about that another day.
Do you know your boxes? Do
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
Are you specific? Always fit in a car? I guess
Yes.
there's always going to be Range Rovers or something. Like that.
Not always. The 4x4s, the hospitality boxes are different. They can be used in any car because they're smaller. The gun boxes, they're more fitted
Specific, yeah.
into a car that they fit in.
Are they only ever made to order?
Only made to order. Yeah,
There
all
you
made
go.
to order.
That'll
And
go.
then
What's that?
yeah,
Is
so
that
that's-
Land Rover?
that's an oak. Now that is beautiful piece of oak because actually that was his own tree, which he'd cut down, had planked, and it was left.
It's very brown.
Well, yeah, it's oak, so it's a brown oak. It's beautiful. Like the top of it, you can't really see it properly there, but
What was it James told us about? Beefsteak
beefsteak brown.
Beefsteak oak.
No, and that's in the back of his
You
Defender.
get a very brown oak, and they call it beefsteak because it looks like a slice of a beefsteak.
Oh well, that was.
No, that's it. The mushroom that grows on the side of the oak turns it brown, and they call it beefsteak because it gives it a grain that looks like steak.
Wow.
Oh wow, that well you
Didn't
can
know
see
that.
it there. Look at it when the lid is open. You see that rich brown in it.
Just
Sure,
chatoyance.
that's similar to what it was.
Well, yeah, no chatoyancy there, but no. The beauty of that was it was all his own. So I had to go down to I think it was down in Surrey or something like that, and I had to go down and pick it out from his farmyard. And
So he'd had it planked
he'd
and
have planked
seasoned.
years ago, seasoned,
Right.
and then I had that. And I'll talk to you about a dining table. Again, I made out of the same wood later on, but I just had it seasoned that I left in my workshop for another year before I got onto that. But
Why did he rush you or something?
yeah, gosh. I just love making them. They're just because you're making them to each person's requirement.
Did he know that
Yeah.
he was going to get a hospitality box, or did you just planked him?
No, he wanted a hospitality box.
So that's why you planked him.
Yeah, no. Sorry, he didn't know what he wanted. He actually
that's
thought he
what he-
wanted
yeah.
a dining room table.
Okay.
Then he found me, and then he got a hospitality box off me. And then when he got the hospitality box made, he then
Ordered
ordered a
it
dining room table.
And how do you go about finishing it? Because it needs to be weatherproof at all or
Yeah,
waterproof? Or
I just
I
usually.
mean, that looks quite heavy as well.
No, they're easily one man, but you got your handles on it are
I
pretty
guess
much
they're not,
bolted
they're
on,
not
so you
meant to
can.
be carried around regular, are they? You want them to be steady in the vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you'll do is you'll put one of the kind of clip that you'll have luggage clips, and if you want to stop it sliding around, if you're going around, 'cause
Yeah.
if he's he's into horses, horse racing, so he takes his to horsing events, the point to point, things like that. But actually, I've got another photo again. I'll show you another time, which is the dining room table, but that's sat in his dining room. So he hosts when he has friends over. He'll use that as, because you get your champagne flutes in there, you get your tumblers in there. So when he's having a party, they'll use those from that.
Is that the one with the twisted leg?
The
Or is
which?
that a different one?
The which?
The twist on it.
Yes. Yeah.
I
That
remember
was
seeing that,
yeah. Which I did as a second piece. As in, like, I don't usually ever replicate any of my pieces, but his wife was like, I really like this, I really like this, so I made it for him, and
You sold out.
I sold out. Well, do you know what? I didn't say. I like.
Show me the
at
money.
the end of the day, no, it's not like that. At the
No,
end
I
of the day,
really
it's-
couldn't. No. Here's the
then.
check.
No, at the end of the day, it's still my design. Do you know
Course
what I
it is,
mean?
yeah.
It is my design, whether it was for the first client or the second client. But and there genuinely are differences in them. Nothing major, but there are differences in them, so they are still unique.
Yeah.
Because I always like to make sure that each individual has a very unique bespoke piece. And I did go through a whole design process on his dining room table. And he was really wanted it. He was really excited about it. But then the wife came back to oh no, I really like this. And they're chuffed to bits with it. And every once in a while I get a photograph saying, oh, we're around our dining room table and we love it, type thing. Do you know what I mean? Which is,
That's good.
that is, to me, that is the beauty of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
You know it's going
people.
to be enjoyed.
Do you have?
Yeah.
You still haven't told me how you finished that, but we'll get on to that in a
Yes,
minute.
sorry, yeah.
But do you ever get? I mean, I often find if I work on something for too long,
Lose interest.
No, I don't lose interest, but I sort of struggle to like it, and then I drop it off at a customer's house, and then I'll go back there for more work, and then they'll be like, "Oh, come and have a look at you," and I'm thinking, I don't want to see it anymore. And then when I look at it when I've not been working on it sort of immediately, I see it in a different light, and I appreciate it a lot more and like it a lot more. Do you get that?
I do at the end of some projects.
I doubt all my work, I think.
I think I get that because mine are quite long-winded, and I get to see the back of it.
Yeah.
And then when you come back after a year, you see,
Yeah.
do you know what?
Yeah.
Sold up
I
well.
made that. Yeah.
You can't look at it with that sort of objective, this is what I've done. It's just like all you see is the ins and outs of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's,
You know where you struggled on it.
yeah.
No,
And people,
I think.
well, yeah.
Yeah, I think going as far as you asked earlier on how long it takes me to do it. It may take me. I would usually tell a client 6 to 8 weeks, but it could take longer. But it doesn't take me that long. If I was to knuckle down, I'd probably make that within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's coming in doing a kind of day's work each day. But I always flip between jobs, and the reason why I do that is simply because you got to glue stuff up and you got to let it dry, and then you move on. You start doing another process, and exactly like you say, you get into even though all the hospitality boxes are all exactly the same. They might want a specific thing in that box, and you're thinking, how can I fit that in? If it's this size and I want it a specific size, you're thinking, how do I fit that in? So actually by walking away from the project and working on something else, whilst you're working on the menial thing of the other thing, which is maybe planing or machining to some extent, while you're doing that, obviously you're concentrating and keeping your fingers and everything, but whilst you're doing that, you're still thinking about the other job. Do you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden the light bulb moment comes on, and you come back into workshop the next day and you're like, oh, yes, can't wait to get stuck into it, because you've solved the problem and you come back into it.
I have that whenever I'm building something, because I know you can draw it on the computer. You tend to draw everything on the computer before you'll start
now
making.
recently, I find it a lot quicker because I know it'll work in the size.
Whereas I don't draw a plan
Yeah.
ever, and I'll just scribble down measurements. It's all in my head. I'll start making it, then I'll be lying there in bed thinking about it, and then I'll just have oh no, I've got 3/4 of an inch there that I've not allowed for. I'm gonna have to, and then through my head starts rattling through what I have to move and how I need to move it, and do I need to trim
I
the
mean,
back.
you're right. I mean, every inch counts, doesn't it?
This is the thing, like, and this is the thing. Everything I make, is completely different. Even though, as I said, they're all hospitality boxes. They're different sizes, different things inside them. So you can't kind of make a mock-up or do a design.
No.
Do you know what I mean? So you kind of go in all guns blazing with
You know
some
what
kind
looks
of
right
background.
proportionally.
You know,
though.
exactly.
You've got an eye for what will and won't look right.
Yeah.
That just comes.
So
And
how do you
especially-
finish it?
Yeah, how do you
How
finish
do you
it?
Is that not? Well, I'm going to wait till the end of the podcast to tell you that one.
He just wipes it over with a damp rug.
Yeah, absolutely. Spit and dust. Give it a rub. I don't feel like telling you. I'll tell you at the end. No, it is all just oil finished. It's usually an Osmo's hard wax oil, UV protection on it as well, or a Fiddes hard wax oil. They're the best, to be fair. I do like I've used so many other finishes like
Fiddes are quite good.
Fiddes is
like
good,
Fiddes.
and it's an English brand, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whereas
I had the guy come in this week. He's dropped off. He's like, I've got these tubs of wax. I've had them for 30 years. Do you want them? Like old Fiddes wax tins.
Oh, there you go.
Awful.
Yeah.
Put them to good use.
Yeah, no,
It's good stuff.
It is
good
good.
stuff, yeah.
It is good.
Really nice sheen to it.
Yeah. So yeah, generally I am a bit of a finish slut. I have to say, I'll jump from one to another only because I'm trying to find different finishes. Like Odie's oil is another one which is absolutely beautiful. Like everything. The only negative about
Smells nice,
Odie's
yeah.
oil is the smell, in the sense that I just want to get a spoon and eat it. It's that
It's
beautiful. I swear to
it
God.
smells really nice.
I just find it personally. I find if I'm doing something like a hospitality box or a gun box and getting into corners, because it's not an oil that you put in a cloth. It's a wax, more of a wax
you use
oil
it,
type
what you
thing.
use like a more of an
On a-
abrasive kind of thing. It's scourer.
Yeah, and it's brilliant on a likes of a tabletop or big
Yeah.
surface or wood turning. Absolutely brilliant. But getting into everything about it is so lovely, and it goes so far. Like, you get a little tub of it, it goes really, really far.
And like, will you do, if you're, say like you're doing all those segments and compartments there, will you oil the board, oil the segments and then joint them together?
Yes. Oil it all, sand it all up, oil it all up, and then mask and tape down the ends. So then when I'm gluing it up,
The glue.
so the oil doesn't go into the glue and stuff like that. But yeah, there is a lot of work. To be
And
fair,
do they supply all the glassware, or do you?
No. I supply all the glassware.
Right.
You've
Yeah.
got someone local to supply that, haven't you?
No, I've had
Oh,
a different glassware made by a sculptor, Emma Rogers. She's amazing. She's done other stuff for me, but no, that's always Royal Scot I tend to use, because it's again
Quality.
premium.
British, isn't it? Yeah, and it's
Premium.
known, isn't it? It's really well known. But it's so funny when I look at my gun boxes and my hospitality boxes and the inserts, like the circles and everything. Years ago, when I started doing them, that was me making an MDF template, using a hole saw, drilling the holes, getting everything perfect, and then setting the template down on the oak, and then or the walnut, whatever it is, American black walnut, and then just using a router, hand router, and just using a palm router and getting them all perfect. And now, like in the past few years, I'm a bit like you. Well, you've had yours a long time, but I have a CNC. But now my CNC is only, I think it does 1300 by 900.
Yeah,
So
I had one of them, but I couldn't switch it on, so I ended up selling it. Not joking. I bought it. I don't think I used it once and sold it to a submarine maker.
a submarine maker.
Yeah, came down from Scotland to get it.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's small. It's brilliant. Like, it is a brilliant CNC, but it does what I need it to do as far as small, because I do a lot of box work. It does small inserts and stuff like that. And when I look back, I still got all these MDF jigs all knocking around the workshop, because you just think to yourself, oh, I might need that one day.
You couldn't
And
have
I
done
think
that with a hole cutter.
Well, you could, but then you got to get your hole cutter, and then
You
if
need
the
a
hole
dished
cutter
end,
isn't
don't
going
you,
to
and
be
stuff, and
isn't going to be the exact same size as the glass, so then you're going with a hand drill with a sander, and you're going around, and then you're there for ages with it. Whereas the CNC, get your exact measurement,
Leave it to it.
fits in. But now what I find is, because all the glassware is all it's handmade, not handmade as such as handmade, but it's not like churned out in a
It's not
factory where it's
uniform.
it's not uniform. So sometimes I'm putting the glassware and I'm like there's a mil in it, and one is higher, one is lower, and stuff like that. So you nearly have to kind of move them around. But then that's what makes everything so unique, isn't it? When you've got nothing matching in a way that it makes it more bespoke, doesn't it? Handcrafted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some fancy stuff.
But yeah, finishing it, it is. It's usually Osmo,
Oil.
like the hard wax oils,
Yeah.
something like that and it gives it, like, you only have to give them 2 or 3 coats, and it's good.
Really nice
Good
luster.
sand, good sand to 240.
I never use it.
Yeah.
I should maybe try, but it doesn't go with antiques, really, does it?
Well, no, it would protect it.
It would,
certainly,
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
You like your briar wax, don't you?
I'll let you know when I've ruined something.
Yeah. What about you? What are you working on at the moment?
Well, I'm just working on those pillars at the moment.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
But you worked on something recent. You I know you do your mosque work, which is quite big industrial stuff.
But
you do smaller stuff as well. Yeah.
I've got a few clients that do fancy stuff. I mean, the latest one was recently, not so recently, a couple of years back. I did a cot.
A what? Sorry.
A cot's baby cot.
Oh, okay. God.
It's just a
The
baby
Yorkshire
cot.
accent
There you go.
taught me something else.
No, that's made out
Wow.
of solid oak and painted.
Yeah.
It was designed by a interior designer, and she just sent me the drawings and can you make this and she just sent me as a sketch, and then that's what I came up with.
So it's
Yeah,
like a wing. It's like two ends of a wingback chair,
Pretty much.
almost like a sleigh bed, almost.
Yeah, and it was a shade that they painted it, but the paint was beautiful. The fabric, I also upholstered it.
I can't see what color it is from that. What is it?
It's a
more
cream,
like
is
a
it?
taupe kind of colour.
So you've upholstered that and everything.
We upholstered it. The fabric was
Nice.
beautiful.
Where
It does
did you
adjust
learn
up
your
and down. As
upholstery
well.
skills from?
Well, I learned woodworking, upholstery, all from my dad, really, when I first started to get into it. So it all just kind of kicks back in. But it's like with anything, you kind of if you get the knack of making it, you kind of get the knack of upholstering, and you know how it should go together, and how it should look. And if you're not happy with it, then I do have upholsterers, I do have people that
It's
are
a
specific.
hard thing, though. Upholstery
Yeah,
is
it
a
is.
whole.
Because I spent so much time making the form and the jig and everything,
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to have a go at
Yeah,
upholstering it,
yeah.
and thankfully it turned out really nice.
Yeah.
I personally, I've got to the point in my woodworking career that I know what I'm good at, and that's what I'll stick to. Like you mentioned, hand cut dovetails and stuff, and yes, I'm very much hands-on tools, cut my hand cut dovetails, and I spend the time doing that I know I'm really good at, and then unless it's like a flat piece that I'm lining, if it's anything a little bit intricate, it's going to go to a friend of mine, Zoe, and
I'm
she's
the
amazing at like she has worked for massive companies. She set up the leather section in Silver Lining. So she's really knows her stuff.
It's nice to have contacts.
Yeah.
I find mine's a little bit opposite, but I tend to find that I can control better when it's in-house.
Yeah.
So if I have someone come to me to upholster, then I can visually see it, if it's the way I want to see it. Because if you send it out to someone, they do it, and it's not exactly what you wanted.
Oh, you build them relationships, though, don't you?
you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you. I mean.
That's what I mean. My stuff is very, very few.
Yeah.
So if I do, I'll pay the extra for the person to come to me.
Yeah.
Bring their kit and then do it while I'm there.
My last upholsterer just retired, which I was devastated about because he was cheap and he was brilliant.
Oh yeah.
Now I've got one who's absolutely brilliant, but he's not cheap.
Oh, okay.
But his work is unbelievable.
Again, it's a dying skill, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like woodworking.
Yep.
It's hard to find good tradesmen.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So going back to the Cots, Harry, all those, are they all pins all the way around it and everything?
Yeah, they were all the furniture buttons. I forgot what they're called. They're all hand tapped in.
Yeah,
It's all got that wadding on around it. But the thing is, I had to make sure the panel that was inside it was sat inside the oak frame, so I can attach the fabric onto it at the same level. It was quite specific about being at the same level, not really padded out too much, not like looking tatty.
Yeah.
So I took inspiration and advice from someone locally, but I just want to have a go myself.
So you matched up the upholstery tacks
Exactly.
to line up across
yeah.
the bed. Nice tack.
Oh, yeah.
Across the what? Sorry, what? I didn't get that one.
Across
So the upholstery tacks on each side
They match up and
were
level up
completely level
all
with
the
each
way
other.
around.
Oh wow.
And they're all
Yeah, I
equally
guess you
spaced. So
do
from one
that,
side to
wouldn't
the
you?
other, they're all measured out. So there's not one that's closer to the other.
Was
Yeah,
this the
yeah.
cot for the famous person you're not supposed to talk about?
Well, it's a famous person we're not supposed to talk about, but yeah.
But he plays football for
He
England
plays football for England.
and he's allowed to catch the ball.
He's allowed to catch him. That's all I'm saying.
It was Bruce Gobbler. It was
He
him,
was
wasn't
South African.
it? Bruce Gobbler.
The thing is,
Go on,
when
say his
we
name
do
again.
this
Bruce
fancy
Groffler.
work,
Bruce Grobbler.
we have a lot of
Yeah, with his
fancy
shimmy dance. Yeah, he was
Yes.
South African, yeah.
Bloody hell, and he played for Liverpool and everything.
Yeah.
I'm there thinking that he was like, I always just like he was well before my time, but I always
It
thought he
wasn't
was.
before. It was my time, that.
No,
So, yeah, during that time when Bruce Grobbler was the keeper,
for Liverpool.
yeah, Ian Rush was like the star striker.
Yeah.
And he lived in Mould at the time, round the corner from my...
Ian Rush.
Yeah,
Yeah.
round the corner from my friend's mum. And he was still living with his mum at that time. So I'd gone round because he was a hero of mine at that time. And I wanted to go knock on the door. I wanted to go knock on the door. He had his black Porsche was outside. And I bottled it at the end of the drive and went off. And then when I went back, the Porsche had gone. I was like, I thought, well, I've got to knock. So I went and knocked on the door. So is Ian rushing? She's like, oh, you've just missed him. It was his mum.
Oh,
she's like, but come and have a look at his trophies. It was in the house.
Oh, wow.
Full trophy cabinet. She was getting them out. Got to hold his European golden boot.
Wow.
And she gave me some autographs and sent us off.
Nice.
Unbelievable. Well, she signed them.
No, he'd already
Ian Rush's mum.
I'd have taken it.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. That'd probably be more famous. Well, it wouldn't be more famous than Ian Rush, but it'd be pretty cool to say you got.
But
Ian Rush's mums.
he's in a local pub up sort of. I've seen him in a few. I won't say where it is because he'll get harassed. But I've seen him there a couple of times.
Nice.
So obviously not David Seaman's then.
I'm not privileged to say.
Are you saying the current goalkeeper?
I'm not privileged to say. So we have a thing called NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. I'm sure you have some as well.
Nope.
No,
So,
I don't.
so
Nope.
we do tend to go into more the high-end stuff, but because we have that anonymity, is that the word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We tend to get more customers like that
Okay.
because we don't really shout about it.
Yeah.
But it's good. I mean, there's a cabinet we did for another famous footballer.
Well, it's
Yeah,
all
I
about
think
the
there's a
footballers,
big-
isn't it? With Saf.
The thing is, with footballers, if you don't shout about it, you tend to get more customers that way
Yeah.
because they tend to trust you.
Okay. Yeah.
A lot of
Rather
my
than screaming
customers
about
that have they're pretty good. They'll say to me, "Look, you're welcome to put this online. Just don't say where it is.
There it is.
Just give them the value."
Now that's
Nice.
all solid oak.
Yeah.
And it's,
Very nice.
Yeah, I don't know why they've requested solid oak, but literally everything's solid oak. The panels, the shelves.
Is that another goalkeeper?
No.
Am I allowed to guess?
He's,
I'm allowed to
he's a
ask.
manager now. But yeah, there's two of them. There's one on the other side, but it's just nice to do something non-commercialized
Yes. Yeah.
and get to flex and show off a little bit. This again, it's all solid oak and make sure the skills that you've learned over the years are still there.
Yeah.
Without using the
Absolutely.
machines all the time. Even though there's a lot of machinery work done there,
Yeah.
but it's nice to make something small. Just fit it all in.
Alex was asking me about finishing. Finishing the cop must be completely different to finishing.
The
most.
finishing we give to someone else. That was sprayed.
Oh, okay.
That was sprayed because it had to be kids friendly.
Kids and food safe.
Kids
Yeah.
food safe, all that kind of stuff. So we wanted to make sure it was all above board.
Yeah.
Even the fabric was, fire retardant and all that kind of stuff. Make sure all the certificates and everything was ticked on the box. Obviously involving kids. And we even supplied the mattress as well. So make sure everything was above board.
Yeah.
But it's a good one. I mean, it had a changing mat with it and matching cabinets. It was actually through the interior designer, but we didn't get told who it's for until a week before delivery.
So do you get a lot? So the footballer didn't contact you themselves personally. It comes through interior designers.
Surprisingly, well, interior designers normally contact me anyway, and I'll just make some out, and then I'll send it away. And then I get told, or I'll see it somewhere. It's like, oh, hold on, that's my piece.
Yeah.
But we don't get no recognition for it. It's the interior designer get it. But the footballer in question, they tend to keep my number when I go and install it.
Okay. Yeah.
And then they'll chat to me privately for a matching piece or a little side piece, or if they need anything adjustment.
Yeah.
We'll go and assist.
How do you find though not having your name on it?
I don't think it bothers me that much. Well, I think it does. It's nice to get recognition for the work because you do spend extra time doing it and finishing it and putting a lot of thought into it. Because they are famous or high end and they don't want anything misaligned whatsoever.
And you have put your heart and soul into it.
Yeah.
Well, that's it,
exactly.
isn't it?
They're happy to pay the extra bit just for it to be perfect.
Yeah.
And not to get recognition is kind of a bit of a downer.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
recently with the TV work, it's nice to kind of, shall we say, flex and show that I can do stuff.
Yeah.
Put my name
I guess
behind
so,
it. So
Yeah.
I mean, we did some amazing stuff for the TV show, didn't we?
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
mean, we did the Solidwood gaming chair. That
fell.
And cracked, and we fixed it, and that was
a beautiful design.
Beautiful design that was.
Yeah.
But stuff like it's just nice to put your name against it.
Yeah.
And it's nice to be recognised sometimes. I mean, I do normally get middle-aged men, despite my wife saying, "Hey, I saw you," and that kind of recognition, which is always nice, especially when you go to trade shows. But I find that it gives you a bit more collateral as well with the customers.
Okay.
Do you not find that?
No.
With the TV work? No.
I
find that people
nobody knows I've been on telly. I don't really care.
Really?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
That's weird because I always get like a bit of, oh, you're the so and so, and yeah, we've seen you do that, and give you a bit more collateral. Well, to me anyway.
No.
And they don't tend to argue with the design and just leave me to it, which works well.
That's just your presence.
Exactly. Yeah. Absolutely.
You look
again.
grumpy.
That was. I mean, that painted finish was finished by a good friend of mine up in Brighouse, and the oak, solid oak, that was Rubio. You heard of Rubio? Monocoat?
Oh, yeah.
That was a one-step system where it's like it's a finish and a stain all in one go. And we're trying to keep it natural, just slight stain on it. But that's been a new hybrid thing for me.
What was the... Oh, that was on the
Rubio Monocoat,
That was on the bookcase.
On the bookcase.
Sorry,
so that was finished differently because that was the first time I used the Rubio stuff on there. And the fact that it goes on in one go, leaves no streaks, and it's finished off. And it's like, I think they call it chemical bonding.
Yeah.
And it lasts for a long, long time. Easy wipeable, all that kind of stuff. And it gives it a really nice luster. I know some of the other stuff you have to put it on, leave it on, then wax it off and polish off. This is done.
I've used it, the Rubio Monocoat.
Yeah, what do you think?
I'm not convinced of the one coat thing.
Yeah.
Nah,
I think interior is okay. I think exterior, I think you might struggle.
I don't know. I've never used for exterior. It's only for interior. But then it's just
maybe Saf did a better job of sanding than you did.
Maybe so. Maybe
I went 320, not 280.
Yeah, absolutely. He uses Festool.
Yeah.
I use my Makita.
Festool, we do like Festool.
Yeah, I'm not dissing it. Like I haven't used it enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To justify.
I'm very. I won't stick to it. It's just
yeah.
per job. So that was the first job I used it, and I'm quite impressed with it.
No.
But since I've not really had any particular job that I would use it on, I'd gone back to normal.
It's all colours, isn't it? They do a lot of block
They do a lot of colours.
They do a lot of block colours.
Yeah.
I mean, the sample pack that I got
stuff.
was all oak.
Yeah, we
And
saw
then
them
you
at the
can see
trade show, didn't they? They
Yeah,
gave us a
we
load
did.
of samples. I think they're still rattling around on the dash of my van, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it's good stuff, but I think it's you need to pick your projects
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Some people like the wax finish,
Yeah.
which I know you like.
Alex loves that.
Alex
wax
loves
finish.
a bit of wax. So a bit of bright wax.
That's actually a good call because
Yeah, but I always do
you
a
were making
finishing
something
wax,
recently,
so
weren't you?
I'll polish something, then I will... I'll French polish something, then I'll rub it down with an extra fine wire wool, and then I'll wax it afterwards because it's just silky smooth.
Just
Do you
so
want to...
Sorry,
Apologise for the noise.
sorry. There's some guy trying to hack up
there's
his
a guy
car
outside chopping up the front of a Volvo.
Yeah.
He parked it there a few weeks ago, and today he's decided he's going to cut the front off
That's
it.
standard for Colwyn Bay, is it?
Yeah, don't know why he's going out with a handheld saw and a grinder, but that's what he's doing.
He's right near your car. Can you?
What is he cutting off? There isn't much left. Is he cutting the doors off or
I
something?
don't know. Maybe he's making one of your new pods.
Yeah.
A Volvo shaped pod. But you recently did a box, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I did a silver chest.
Okay.
So the customer had bought a old silver carry chest
Okay.
that belonged to the Marquess of Exeter.
Okay.
So it was an impressive thing. It had a beautiful
Who's
look
the
and
Marquess of
patina about it.
Exeter, sorry?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay, that's all right. Yeah. I just thought
But
I
it
was
was like
nodding there, like, yeah, okay.
It's like a bigger version
There
of
it
what
is.
you make.
Is that the plaque?
Maybe twice the size. Yeah, that's the plaque on it. You see how it's just got that. It's just got that lovely wear and that lovely patina about it.
Yeah.
You took all that off.
Huge. Yeah. So I weighed all that in for scrap. It's got
Oh, wow,
huge
look at
brackets on, but there was no interior in that. Have you got the picture of before the interior went inside? There you go. So that's
Oh,
how
yeah.
it came to me.
So what was that now?
So
That
that
like a
would
decanter or something.
that would have carried the silver service. So whenever they went anywhere and they were going to set up and have a meal, whether it was traveling or in the house, even they'd just store it in the house. When they'd set up a huge dining table
Yeah.
for the Marquess of Exeter, he'd pull out huge pieces of silver and it'd sit on the table, and that's what it was carried in. But the guy, Philip, who had bought this, collects, he's a salt seller, and he collects salt,
Shakers.
of all sorts.
I mean, how big is that? It's quite to see.
It looks
It was about
big compared to
3
the
foot
cupboard.
wide, 3.5 foot wide, and about 3 and a bit foot tall.
Yeah, it's about a metre by a metre, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
So you don't
Decent
carry
size.
that around.
Oh no, it weighs a ton now. But have you got the picture side of it next to the bureau? So those drawers. There's another picture I think we've got.
Oh, that's
That's
it.
it.
Wow.
So that's
That's
a-
as
gives
big
it
as the
scale,
bureau,
doesn't
doesn't
it?
it?
Yeah, that's a lovely old bureau. But I bought that for
Oh,
400.
is that you standing down in the corner? That really small version of you?
What are you looking
I'm
at?
only messing. I'm only messing. That's just how big it is.
But I bought that bureau for 400 quid to use the timber for the interior of it, which I should imagine is probably less than what you pay for the timber for
Absolutely.
your boxes.
Yeah.
But by buying that bureau, I had everything I needed to build the interior for his, because he wanted it to hold. He gave me all the various bits of silver I had to do. He gave me all the measurements on a spreadsheet. So then I basically flat packed that bureau, had to bring it in from both sides, re-dovetail it all, and then fit compartments in the drawer.
Dovetail it.
Felt lined,
You
yeah,
did dovetails?
by hand.
Wow. And then you felt lined over the dovetails, was it?
Yeah, and just really black stain over it. And then, and then on the inside, put a little door on the inside, like a lift up glass, so we can display as silver. But yeah, not a million miles away from what you do from new. But this just
Yeah.
had to be in keeping with something as old as that chest. So
But
I
that's
had.
it, the wood had to be seasoned, didn't it, really, to get the.
Well, it has to be old mahogany,
Yeah.
and all the interior had to be the same. It had to
Yeah.
be oak that's oxidized and turned black with time.
Yeah.
A new oak just wouldn't work. So it was about just sort of repurposing all the timber in the right way, doing all the compartments, and then making sure that when you open it, it looks exactly like the outside.
So you threw a curveball in there for some people. Oxidizing the oak. What do you mean by that?
Well, that's what happens with oak in time because it's full of
Good
tannins.
blast, innit, yeah.
No, I know,
Yeah.
but some people might know that.
Well, yeah, oak is full of tannins.
Yeah.
So with age, it gradually turns black, and it sort of gets. So I've got a lot of oak in here and in my stores and in my stash, I've got some 16th century oak, 17th, 18th. You can tell the difference by the colour of it, and especially some of the really early pieces. You cut through them, and even if they're 6 inches square, 3 inches of that is black before it even starts to lighten up.
Yeah.
But you can accelerate that process. If you ever need to turn a piece of oak dark, you can use wire wool, soak it in some white vinegar, give that a bit of time to sort of
Oh, do you know
melt
what?
together.
Oh, don't go
That's
there.
giving us
Don't go
memories
there.
and flashbacks of when you did it in the
Well, the
on the
problem
show.
was the vinegar, though,
I don't
has
think
to
I
be...
did.
You
Was it
did?
me?
No, I did
No,
it.
Ki-
No,
oh,
I did it.
Kieran
But
did
the
it.
vinegar
Oh my
has to
God.
be distilled vinegar.
Yeah.
Because it can't be just your average Joe's white vinegar. Mine wasn't even. Mine was just brown vinegar.
Well, it would still work because it will work with
absolutely
water.
doesn't.
It-
Like,
but
it would
goes
stink.
blue.
God,
But it would
the
stink.
place stunk, didn't it?
But it's like if you leave a screw or a screwdriver or a piece of wire wool that's wet on a piece of oak, it will turn it black in 30
Yeah,
seconds.
yeah.
And it's not a stain that's just floating on the top.
No.
That sinks in. And
You don't get it out.
You can get it out with oxalic,
Oxalic
acid,
yeah.
Yeah.
but that again is a nasty stuff to use.
Yeah.
But so, you can accelerate that process of oxidizing the oak, but nothing beats hundreds of years of it just being done mellow.
Yeah.
I used to have a great stash because back when I was doing this 20 years ago, early oak country pieces were worth a fortune, like an absolute fortune, and dealers would pay me a premium to restore early oak pieces because I had a stash of early oak furniture and I can make it all last and make it match. But my dad used to use my workshop at weekends and like come in and potter and make himself something because he did the same job. But he'd come in and I'd come in after a weekend and I'd hide the best timber because I know he'd be looking for it. And I'd hid some in the cellar, backed away in the corner, the most beautiful planks, 400-year-old oak. Come in on a Monday morning and there it is all chopped up and he's made some box he's going to flog to a dealer for 100 quid or something, He was just... He was good at chopping up my timber. I remember... Because I used to do kung fu for years,
Yeah.
I had like a kung fu staff, and a guy who I'd trained with early on, he passed away sadly, Steve Rennick, lovely guy, and he gave me his staff when he stopped training, and then it was sitting in the back of my workshop for a while, and my dad came out this time with like a 9-inch piece of timber saying, "What timber's this?" And I'm looking at it thinking, well, it looks like a oriental hardwood of some sort. I couldn't tell you, is it from Indonesia or China? I was like, where did you get that from anyway? And I started to look at it thinking, that's my staff. And he'd just seen it before he asked me. Just chopped a bit off it and came and was like, what's this?
What was he using it for?
He's probably just turning something on the lathe. He was a complete loose cannon.
Oh my days. See this short staff.
Very good. Very good. So yeah, so no, that
box is
silver
mint.
chest has been an interesting project.
Yeah.
But you know, it's sort of similar to what you've done, but the techniques and the finishing and
Yeah,
the
I find
contrast are totally different.
I find it quite restricting having to build it within something that's already built.
Yeah.
Do you mean like?
Well, I guess
not like.
I guess, but
When you're starting from scratch, you're getting to design it completely yourself, and
Yeah.
you can use your own proportions and everything. Whereas actually, you have to use the proportions of what you use, but
Within your limits.
But it's
yeah.
also, it's really clever as well, isn't it? To be able to
Yeah.
go to the, like I've been down to your cellar, to go down there and look at all the different varieties of pieces of furniture that you're like, oh no, just cut that off and I can use that and I can use that.
yeah.
It's quite clever to be able to use that. And I never, and so many people say to me, oh, I went down, like you mentioned before, I went down to the scrapyard and I got myself this chest of drawers, a walnut chest of drawers, English walnut chest of drawers, not American black walnut. And I've cut it up and I've made this piece. And it's there's something beautiful about that, isn't it? It's your kind of,
Yeah, and that chest especially, I mean, it had no use. The silver is long gone. It had no use as it was, but it's such a beautiful thing and it's got such great provenance that it's worth serious money.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
even like that. I mean, he bought it at the horse trials, Burley Horse Trials, is it?
okay, yeah.
So he bought it there from a silver dealer, and you know, I bet he got no change even as out of an empty box of 7,000 or 8,000 quid.
Wow.
So it needed an interior that matched what it was,
Yeah.
which, yeah.
How long did that take you then?
Probably took me about,
2 days.
no, I'd say about a week, 7 days straight work.
That's still pretty good going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about your
But,
hospital boxes?
As I
that's
said,
it.
like I take weeks because I flit in and out of them because I
Uh,
have jobs.
if you had
I have
to,
jobs gone.
guess,
But what
If I
what
had
you
to
got
go
to
at it, it'd
remember
be
is, and I
about
think
2 weeks.
I think
Full on.
what you've got to remember is that what's important is, you know yourselves, making something is one thing, finishing it is a
Oh yeah,
Oh,
whole other
yeah.
ball. And in terms of time,
yeah.
when you buy something that you're breaking up to use, the fronts are already finished. The
Yeah.
interior timbers are already finished. You're just chopping them, dovetailing them, putting them back together and giving them a polish. It's not like you've got to sand every piece. You've got to, take it down to the exact thickness you need.
Yeah.
So it's slightly different on a project like that.
Yeah.
Whereas you've got to make sure that every square centimetre of your job is perfectly
sanded and
sanded.
finished,
And
no
coming from
scratches, no finishes.
coming
Yeah,
from
yeah.
a bigger plank of wood, that takes some
Yeah.
time.
people don't realize how many sanding stages there are. In
No,
there.
absolutely not.
You think, you just run the sander over it, but it's not in the amount
Yeah.
of grits we go through, 5
Yeah.
different stages,
Yeah.
and then finishing and.
So I remember watching James when we were in the woods. He went down to like 1,000 or 2,000 grit on a piece of wood because he was waiting for more work, so he just kept himself busy sanding
Yeah.
the top for Robin. And I remember looking across, and it was so shiny just from sanding.
Well, that's it. You can get it super shiny, but in reality, 320 is max. 240 is perfect.
Yeah.
You don't need to go any more.
Because then
than
it
that.
fills in all the pores and you can't
Yeah,
really put a finish
Exactly. You're not going to get a finish on it. The only way you might sand up something really
on it. But
high.
you sand the finish, don't you? Rather than
But you
actual
can,
wood.
if I go
high
to
gloss.
400 and I'll use a hard wax, and it will give me like a
and
lovely
really,
finish.
really, yeah.
Yeah.
It will take, but it won't take as well as if you did finish it at a 240. But I think if you were to make a chopping board, for instance, the best thing to do is not oil it, but actually sand it up to a kind of a really high 800 to 1,000 grit sand, and then you've got a lovely, lovely finish that makes the customer think that they've got a really brilliant finish on it, but actually there is no finish on it. And then
Well, it's the right finish.
it's the right finish because it's porous and it takes any of the water, any of the meat
You do put
cuttings
full
or anything.
safe oil though, do you not?
No. I have done in the past, but
Yeah.
it's not necessary because
No,
the
no.
more finishes you put on it, the more it seals the wood, and then it stops the absorption. Because if you think about if you're cutting a steak on it, or you're cutting onions on it, or anything, through capillary action, that gets sucked into the wood, and then over time, because it has no air, it has no light, so the bacteria is just going to die.
Yeah.
So by you putting an oil finish on it or something like that, it is going to it's going to seal it off. So actually, by sanding it up, it makes it that much better.
That reminds me, I need to make a chopping board at home.
There you go.
Reminds me, we should
She
leave
ordered it about 2 years ago.
The missus.
Yeah, the missus.
Oh, home jobs.
Home
jobs.
job.
There's at least a 5,
I think
6
that's
hour
another
lead,
podcast
5 or
itself.
That
6
is a
year
podcast in
lead
itself,
time on them.
definitely.
That's
That is
another
definitely a
meeting
podcast
altogether.
on itself.
Right, should we leave it there so I can go and chop that guy up with his chopping tools out there?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Go get him out of here. Have we had
But I've
visitors
got
at
a
the
birthday
door as
party
well?
to get to, so
There were people popping their heads through, but
we'll have a look.
I don't think they were here to spend money.
Okay.
Good chatting, lad.
Absolutely.
Next time.
Till next time.
This is the jingle. We should sing it.
It looks like an American family portrait.
Yeah.
Boy band.
Three Planks Podcast.
I'm Alex.
I'm Kieran.
I'm Saf.
I'm Alex.
I'm Kieran.
I'm Saf.
And you can join us on the Three Planks podcast.
Three Planks Podcast.
Pigtown TV.